Okay, so Rookie here said that she has known about that in trading they have currency pairs. You also get to you also get to trade crypto. You also get to trade. Okay, so like she said that she has been able to know that they trade currency pairs, crypto pairs, and also indices and every other pair. So and I asked her what pair she thinks she wants to trade. She says she likes to trade currency and both currency and crypto, right? So my advice to you, Rookie, is that, are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you.
I want you to understand this thing, right? You have a boat and you have a car. The boat and and the airplane can both get to the same destination. You can both go to Abuja through plane, you can go to Abuja through boat, you can go to Abuja through with a car, right? But
Yes.
this three means of transportation can get to the same destination, but they don't move the same way. Cars move on roads, boats move on water, and airplane move on air. And so therefore, they are being affected by different things. The airplane can be affected by weather condition, boats can be wave, can affect it, and cars can be bad roads, can affect it. And also if you don't have probably, let's just say bad roads, right? So this is three different means of
Yeah.
transportation that is being affected by three different things, which tells you that even though they can get to the same destination, they have different routes, they have different means of movement, right? And that the same thing comes with the trading currency
Yeah.
pair and crypto and different currency pairs. Different currency pairs move differently because they are affected by different things. They are not affected by the same things, so therefore they move differently. The way Bitcoin moves is not the way Ethereum moves. The way gold moves is not the way USD JPY move. The way Euro USD move is not the way GBP JPY moves. They all move differently. So the first thing I think you should do, since you've already learned the basic, first thing I think you should do is to understand at least five pairs that you would like to focus on. I say five because five is middle of not too much but not too small, right? So when you get to see five pairs,
Yeah. Yeah.
if you can even take it down to two or three, better for you, better for everyone. Because the less pairs you are trading, the more you understand how they move, right? If you drive boats, airplane,
Yeah.
car, you may know all of them, but there are things that someone that drives only a car will know that you don't know because they have more experience of the car and they are focused on the car. Just like when you come to a place that they fix vehicles, probably one company, one store, they fix all kinds of vehicles. While one store fix only Mercedes vehicles. When you go to that one that fixed all kinds of vehicles, so
Yeah.
about your Mercedes, they might not know. They might fix it and spoil it for you because they don't know how to do it very well. But when you go to that person that fixes only Mercedes, at least you have an idea that they have been focused on fixing only this part of kind of car for a long time. So they now have a bit more deeper experience on how to deal with it. I'm not saying that it's always,
Yes.
I'm just saying that I'm just giving an example. I'm taking out loud. So understand that all pairs move differently. You need to be able to focus. You need to be able to draw it down to a few pairs, whether it's two, three, four, or five. But I'll say the less the better. If you can be able to get these few pairs that you want to trade, then you want to focus on them and understand how they really move and what affects its movement, right? The less you have, the more information you're going to have on them,
Yes.
the more you're going to be able to make accurate decisions, and then the more you're going to be able to have less mistakes that you're going to make because taking so many trades is obviously going to lead to no trading so many pairs leads to taking so many trades, and that's
Yeah.
lead to probably you lose money. The first thing I'll tell you is that narrow it down, find the one you want to focus on, and focus on that one. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes. Yes.
Oko.
Yeah.
Nace ya
Yeah.
wani shiguje.
Okay,
Ce
Yeah,
okay.
please,
oga
I
ma
want
ya
to.
ce wai
What is this question?
So do
I
you have
want to ask. What? What?
I'm asking if you have any other question. Go on, go on.
Yeah. I want to ask what you think about this trade signals. Like for example, people can be in a group where they just drop signals and all that. They'll just say you get
Yeah.
stop loss entry, this and that, and they will just go and put it and all. I want to ask what you think about it. Is it really advisable like that? Especially for somebody that's trying to learn, you might just want to, like, I feel like you will not really get to understand stuff.
Okay. So first of all, I have a training signal group where I give to signals as well. And this is what I'll tell you about it. This month I'm
Yeah.
the best month, right? Not like I'm losing a lot of money. It's just break even basically. I win, I lose. But because of how good I am, I'm still
Yeah.
controlling things. So we are just break even for the month, right? So now, sometimes,
Hmm.
most times, like high percentage of the signal group you see out there probably are going to be scam. Probably they don't know what they're doing, or probably um like
Yeah.
probably not good a good one to go and join them because you don't know how they trade and probably they don't know what they are doing. That's what happens to most ones, right? But also another thing you have to understand is that, example, I have someone that is in my channel group now. I I took a trade, right? I gave him that trade. He wasn't available to do a trade. He missed that trade. Trade won, even one crazy amount, right? I took another trade. I gave him. He was available for that one. He took that one. That one lost. Now he
Mm.
missed out on the one that won.
Yeah.
I took the one that lost. Now,
Yeah.
if you get to join the signal group and get unlucky and be in a month where
Yeah.
you lose out on some trades, you might start losing and start blaming the group for your misfortune, not knowing that it's just
Yeah.
because of your misfortune, right? Also, sometimes too, there are
Yeah.
just so many things that can make a signal group go wrong. So the best way to read a signal
Yeah.
group is when you're already good. Let's say you trade, um, let's say you trade my system, and then you learn from me, you trade
Yeah.
system, and then you are trying to also, you are not yet very confident in the way you trade. So you would like my signals to kind of you be a confirmation for you, right? So when I give you
Yeah.
a signal to you and tell you to buy this pair, kind of see it, and then go to that pair and ask yourself if you would buy this pair if it was you. Would I buy it? Or wouldn't I buy it? Why did he buy it? If the buy makes sense for you according to what I've taught you, then you can decide to buy it.
Mm.
Now that signal is now acting as a guideline for you to kind of give you more confidence and more confirmation before you take your trades. And that's the best way to use signals. People
Yeah.
join signals thinking that they can join it, collect somebody's signal, and make billions and billions of dollars. Most times, that is not how the thing works. It only works for you that way if you already have an idea of how to trade, and then you're using that signal as guidelines. So for signals,
Yeah.
as someone that don't have no idea of anything, I would honestly advise not to go for signals. Even though I know some of
Mm.
my signals are probably beginners that don't know how they're doing. Of course, if you tell me that you want to pay for my signals, I will not come and tell you no, don't. The best thing I can do is to ask you, if I get to ask you questions, how far are you in your trading? I can give you advice on don't. Okay, I had this person that came to me one time. He lives in California. I don't know him before. I just did something on my
Yeah.
IG saying that I want to give away free 40 minutes mentorship call. He won a spot. So
Yeah.
when he got on call with me, he said that he has been watching my trades, watching my stories, and he thinks I'm good. And he would like me to be able to offer him signals for him to pass his prop challenge. I'll not explain what that thing means, sha, but I'll just tell you that he wants to
Yeah.
pass his challenge and grow his account. I told him okay. He told me that he wants to know how much he's about to make every week, right? Me knowing that some weeks is going to be losing weeks and some weeks are going to be winning weeks. I did not want to come in if I was
Yeah.
after his money because he was saying that he doesn't mind paying me $100 every single month. He doesn't mind. And if I was after his money, what I would say is that okay, I promise you, you're going to make money with me. Come on, let's do it. But I
Yeah.
told him that I can't promise you anything. You might enroll for this month and it will be a losing month. Stick around long enough. If you plan to stay in my signal for 1 year, my assurance is that you're going to make money in that 1 year. You're going to make profit. You're going to be in profit because that is a long enough period for you to analyze something
Yeah.
under a week or under a day or
Yeah.
a month, right? I told him that, and after I told him that, bro ghosted me and never came back. And that was because I did not put something that is astronomical. I was being realistic to him, and people hate
Mm.
it's very bitter to they hate reality, right? So when people join
Yeah.
all these signal groups, they think that they're about to come here and make cheddar. I'm about to come here and my life is going to be never remain the same again. And then most times
Yeah.
they go and they blow off their money. And that's because they came in with the wrong expectation. So I'm telling you now that even if you want to go into signals, I advise that you first of all learn some things about trading and then use that signal as guideline. So you can learn how to trade on your own and how it works for you. But because you're not yet confident in how you trade, you can now pay for a signal that you know that they are good, whether it's me or whoever. Pay for it. When they give the signal, take it and ask yourself, would I buy this thing if it was me? Yes, it makes sense, I'll buy. Then buy. So it's how as a guideline for you instead of an actual only signal that is leading you to where you don't know. That's my advice.
Yes. Okay.
That makes sense.
Yes, it does.
So is that all you want to ask? Do you have any other question?
Uh, the last thing I wanted to ask is kind of a beginner thing, sha, but it's
Oh,
about position.
okay.
Yeah, I don't really get it that much. Like when they say um trade, like somebody wants to trade a pair in 2 to 3 positions.
There are some people that like to enter when they see a trade that they want to take. Let's say they want to risk $1,000 in that trade. Instead of them to enter
Yeah.
one single position that is a $1,000 risk, what they will do is that they'll enter $100 risk 10 times. So they enter $100, $100, $100, $100. They'll do it 10 times, and it should now be 10 rows of trades, but it's still the same
Mm,
skin $1,000 on this trade. They just like to enter much.
yes.
You get. So it doesn't matter
Mm.
how many positions you enter. What matters is how much you want to risk on the trade. That's all. So even if you want to enter 100 million positions, as long as all that positions combined, if you take the loss, it still results to that amount you want to risk on that trade. You're good.
So is it that if they enter $100 10 times, for example, is it
Mhm.
that they can still win in some and lose in some?
Now in trading, sometimes you may take a trade and you expect the trade to go this high, and then when that trade gets this high,
Yeah.
it will reverse and go down the other way, right? So people mostly advise that
Mm,
when it's the more in profit is going, try to take out some profits, try to secure some profits, right? So,
yeah.
but even if you enter one position, you can still secure some profits. You can still close out half and leave half the other half running. I'm just saying to you that people that enter 10 positions at the same time, it's just that they like it. There's no actual gain. Like when you see that picture of them entering 10 positions and it's all in profit, it used to be very sweet.
Mm,
You'll be like,
yeah.
Jesus, $100 times 10, Jesus. It will be very sweet. So it used to be sweet. They used to
Mm,
like it. Me personally, I don't because I feel like closing all of them is too stressful for me personally. So what I do is that I enter only single one. And if I want to close out some
yeah.
sons, I'll just go down and be like, if I enter this with, let's say, a one lot size, I'll just close out half and leave the other half running. Yet so I'm just saying
Okay,
that
that's you
there's no
now.
actual benefit in entering 10 entries or one single entry. It's still the same thing, it's still the same risk. It's just
Yeah.
different priorities or preference.
I have a
So
question.
so
Right,
closing half, like you said, is like, are you talking about taking partials?
exactly.
Okay. All right.
All right, got
Okay,
you.
thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
So, Mr. B49, what's up?
Sir,
Sorry, mute yourself, please. Unmute. Mr. B49.
sir,
Yes. So
I'm here, sir.
you
I said my name is Abubakar Sadiq.
oh,
I'm from the north.
okay, Sadiq from the north. Okay.
Yeah, yes. So, sir, I've been trading for like 7 months, 7.5 months now. So I have the baby pips. I have read the PDF. So now I'll go through their website. So, but the problem I have, sir, I don't I usually trade, but I blow like 3 accounts. So I'm planning on buying $30,000 funded account, 10 trade. So, but the problem, if I'm trading, sir, this I like swing trading.
Okay.
So I'm very good at swing trading, not scalping. So most of the time, and I'm not very good at sell. If I took a sell, I always end up losing my trades. But if I'm in a buy trade,
Okay.
I always win my trade. So what's your advice on that, sir?
So the first thing I would like to ask you, please, your background is noisy, please. I don't know if you can make it a bit quiet. So the first thing I want to ask you is when you blew that three accounts that you blew, tell me what do you
Yes.
think is the reason why you blew the three accounts?
Sir, most of the time, my risk management is very bad. I can't lie to you.
Okay.
So I used to open two positions most of the time. But when I'm in a buy or I'm in a sell, now if I open two position, maybe 0.05 loss size or 0.1 loss size. When when the trade goes to my direction, I always I always wait for the retest and open another position. Instead of me to take profit, I will see profit, I will not take profits. You understand?
Okay.
So I want all of my trades to reach that TP. Most of the time I end up losing my money most of the time.
Okay. So from what you've told me already, what I would say to you is that I think that you are not just struggling from risk management, you're also struggling from over trading, right? And also you say that
Yes, sir.
you are also seeing yourself every time you take a trade, you see profit, but you don't take it because you want that trade to hit your TP. The best way I say people should handle that is when you are in a trade and you are in profit, in some good in some profits, in good
Yes,
profit, right? And first thing I want you to ask yourself is if someone was knocking your door and give you this amount of money, would you take it? If your answer is yes, close the trade. If your answer is no, leave it open, right? Because the more that trade is going in deeper profits in something that is a bit
yes, sir.
deeper, you see more emotions start to come in for yourself. You guys, so you handle those emotions slowly. So the first thing you need to do is
Okay,
that you need to learn how to maybe start taking your profit at 1 to 1 hour. Don't go too
okay,
crazy on having a 1 to 3 hour or 1 to 5 hour or 1 to 7 hour. Since you see that you struggle to take your profits, even though you see that you have good profit already, try to start taking profit at 1 to 1 hour. Or maybe ask
okay,
yourself
sir.
if someone was to come to my door and give me this money, will I take it? If the answer is yes, close the trade. If the answer is no, hold the trade. Right? That is the one thing I will say. Another thing I will say is that you said that you like swing trading. I know everybody likes
Yeah.
what they like, but is that what you can do? I don't know. I don't know if you know too. But the best way to find out if that is what you can do is to um ask yourself when you are entering a trade. For you now, I'm asking you, when you're entering a trade, do you enter it off the 5 minutes or the 1 hour or the 2 hours or the 1 day?
I usually take my profit 1 hour time frame or maybe 4 hour time frame most of the time.
So you enter the I'm telling you where you enter the trade from. Is it like from the 1 hour time frame or the 4 hour?
Yeah, 1 hour time frame.
Good. So 1 hour time frame is actually an intraday time frame. So if you want to be a bit more accurate in swinging trades, in holding trades for long time, because like I told you guys in class yesterday, you can see a 1 day candle. A 1 day candle will be just one single candle. But in that one single candle, you have 24 1 hour candles in it because 1 day is 24 hours. That's the 1 day candle time frame, 1 day time frame.
Yeah.
You go to the 1 hour time frame, you see that each candle there was formed in 1 hour. So in the 1 day, it might be in an uptrend, but you go to the 1 hour time frame to be in a downtrend, right? But the 1 day is kind of you zooming out, kind of you seeing things from a far place. So now you need to stick to that 1 day time frame because it is the one that has the more bigger picture and price is trending towards that side more. So you don't want to stick with the trend. So what I would say is that 1 hour time frame is an intraday time frame. It might be that the issue that with you is that you take a trade, you take a sell in a bullish market and you don't even know it's bullish until you lose that money. You now realize that it's bullish. So what I would say is that if you want to swing, since you want to swing trade, you want to do swing trading, I would say you should try to focus on daily time frame and 4 hour time frame. These are the best for
Okay, sir.
swinging. So focus on them and then use them because they give you more bigger picture. But if you are going to the 1 hour time frame, then you should have in mind that you want to be closing your trade that day or maybe tomorrow, right? Like me now,
Yes.
first time I've been holding a trade since Friday. Today is what? Wednesday. I am tired of that trade, but I want to know what the trade will teach me. That's why I'm still holding that trade. It's my first time ever holding this trade, right? But it does not happen because most times I trade off the 1 hour time frame most times. So I close my trade mostly same day or maybe the next day, but most times same day, depending on how everything looks. I don't like to hold trade overnight, personally for me. But for you that wants to swing, that like swinging, which is also a good thing, you want to focus on higher time frame to get the higher picture. You don't want to be going down to the smaller time frame to be getting small time frame pictures and trying to take it all the way to the high time frame. That is just going to mess things up for you. So for now, for a starting, for you trying to gain profitability, start from that higher time frame. And then the next thing I would say to you is that not don't buy that profit that you want. Don't buy that 10 trade that you want to buy. Why don't try to say you should not buy it? Because obviously you're not making any money. Now you're buying that
Yeah.
profit because you want to depend on it. You want to depend. You want to say I need this money, I need this money. But my advice to you is not to buy the profit because you are not
Okay.
making any profit. You're not yet consistent with your trade. You're not yet consistent with your profits at all. So you need to be able to find some consistency before you talk about getting a profit. So I would advise that you just use the demo for 2 months. Journal them. I know you don't have a journal. I'm sure you don't have a journal. Do you have a journal?
Yes, no, I don't have it, sir.
Good. So what you need to do, I will always forget this. Please remind me, guys. I'll send the link on my journal to you guys on the group. You can use it too. All I say is use the demo for so this is you. This is what you will do. Use demo account for 2 months. Trade based off four
Yes.
hour time frame and daily time frame. Pick the pairs that you want to trade. Trade 4 hour time frame and daily time frame. Do it for 2 months. Journal them down and then come back to me telling me what the results are.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. I will do that.
Got you.
All right.
So the next person I'll call on is Dara D. Please unmute yourself.
Teradikwa.
Dara D, please unmute yourself. Are you not available again? Since she's not available again, so I'll go.
Good evening, good evening. I'm
Okay.
available.
All right, I'll get to you later. Dara D, okay, ask your question. Dara D.
Okay.
So first of all, I would like to know how you got to hear about the group.
Okay. I got to, just like Ruki said, I got to hear about the group through a friend. Yes, we are in one group in common, so that is how I joined. And basically, I don't really know anything about trading or crypto or anything. So something shook my interest and I started to learn more about it. So that is why I joined.
So this is your first time.
Yeah, this is actually my first time in this class because those other 2 days I was not able to join at all. So yes.
I'm saying like, is this your first time in trading? First time in trading, in general.
Yes, yes, this is my first time. This is my first time.
Okay, good. I would say best thing for you to do is to go to babypeach.com. I'll share the link in the group. Learn the basics there. And then if you don't want to pay a mentor, then don't go to YouTube. There's so many information on the YouTube. You will learn both the good and the bad. And before you know it, you start trying to, you know so many things. And before you start trying to bring out the one that is good and bad, you probably lost so much money. So what I would advise to you is go to babypeach.com, learn the basics, and then from what I taught in class last time, go and do it that way. After you know the basics, go to the charts and just randomly go back in time. If you go to the last class I taught, you hear me saying this. Randomly go back in time, 5 years time or 3 years time in that chart. Ask yourself what you think you would have done from the experience you have so far from that very piece. What do you think you would do? Whatever you do, whatever that you buy or sell, write it down and write down the reason why you did it. Whatever the trade comes out as, write it down, whether it won or it lost. Do this like 10, 15, 20 times. You will see a pattern. You must see a pattern, that you must see something that every time this thing happens, I win. Every time this thing happens, I lose. Find out those patterns, write them down, and then start doing more of what works and less of what doesn't work. That's how you grow, and then you get into trading more by your own way. But also, if you don't want to do that, you can either also get a mentor. Go to babypeach.com, learn the basics, get a mentor that can teach you how to trade directly, save you from most of the mistakes. You learn from the mentor, and then that's also a good option. That's the best advice I will give to you. It's your first time. Few years back, I was saying I wish I'm like you now, someone that don't knows nothing. Because now I know I can remove everything I've learned from YouTube. YouTube is a great place to learn, but it's not a great place to start because you have so many information there. You don't know which one is correct and which one is wrong. And when you know all these information at the same time, for you to now crowd out which one is good and bad for you, you must have lost a lot of money. So the best thing I'll say is go to your chart directly and learn by yourself and then see what it is and then see how it goes.
This person should mute herself. Now the background is making noisy.
Is that cool? All right. Amma Bleeze. I'll call on Amma Bleeze to ask her question.
Mentor, good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, my question goes like this. In as much as I want to clear myself very well to actually know if is what my mind is telling me the meaning of 1 to 1 hour is actually what it is.
Okay.
It goes by asking question. Now, 1 to 1 hour is the meaning somebody placing trade 1 hour to 1 hour, like monitoring your trade 1 hour to 1 hour. Is it the meaning of 1 to 1 hour?
No. 1 to 1 hour means that you are risking 1% to gain 1%. So you are risking 10 naira to gain 10 naira. 1 to 2 hour means you are risking 10 naira to gain 20 naira. 1 to 3 hour means you are risking 10 naira to gain 30 naira. 1 to 4 hour means you are risking 10 naira to gain 40 naira. So basically, it means that if it's 1 to 1, you are risking at this to get this. It's equal. 1 to 2, you are risking 1 to get 2 of whatever you are risking. 1 to 3, you are risking 1 to get 3 of your risk. Does that make sense?
Okay, I understand it clearly now. Second one is what is the meaning of bullish market?
So bullish market means that price is buying upside. They have bulls and they have bears. That's what they call it in Forex. Bulls and bears. Bulls are buyers, bears are sellers, right? So bullish is when bulls are.
Wait, hold on. Sir, hold on. He said bull means what?
Bulls is basically buyers, bears are sellers, right? So when price is bullish,
Okay, bull means buyers.
yes.
Whileish means
Right,
seller.
bears, BEARS, bears are sellers. So when it's bullish, it means price is going up. When it's bearish, it means it's going down. Huh?
As you are saying it, I'm writing it down. So you're saying it sharp.
Okay, so
So I'm skipping some.
I'm saying
He
bullish.
said,
Just write
uh,
this. Just write this. Write this.
okay.
Bullish means buying. Bearish,
Okay.
selling. That's all.
Okay. Bearish.
So if you don't
Okay.
know,
Okay.
if you don't know how to know whether it's buying, if you don't know how to know if it's buying or selling, the last class I talked
Mm.
about there, how you know if market is bullish or if
Yeah,
it's
yesterday's class, I didn't come back home early. I was in the traffic. I was still explaining that was the reason why I was begging so that I can be able to get to the house. And Abuja is somehow. If you do anyhow, bye bye to your phone.
okay. The thing is that I saw the message, but also I would like to explain to you that the group has over 280 people in it, and the class yesterday we had around 18 people. Day for yesterday we had around 30 people. Today we have around, I don't know, probably 10 or so. So if I was to use because of you and ignore others that are prepared to come for the class, that would be unfair. So I cannot shift time of the class because of one person. Makes sense. So
No problem.
that's why the class was not moved, because I can't use the son of one person to move the class. What I can say is that go back to the class and watch it. That's why we have a recorded session where you can go and watch.
Okay. Next question is, what's the meaning of journal fen?
Journal. Journaling just means say what you know about journal. Journaling things down. Let's say you wake up today. I want to do this thing, I want to do that one. And then when you come back today, come on journal. Did I achieve everything I want to do? Which one did I not do? Which one did I do? That is what
Oh,
they
okay.
right?
Like
In
in
trading,
terms of in terms
of
of
trading.
in terms of normal layman understanding, let me just say, putting all your what you think you want to achieve for the day down,
Yeah,
then going through it to actually you have really achieved all of them, or is there some one that you skipped?
exactly. So in exactly.
Okay.
So in terms of trading, journaling just means when you enter it, before you enter a trade, you write down why you entered that trade. And then after the trade has ended, you write down what the result of the trade is and what you think was a mistake. And then tomorrow again, when you enter that trade, do it again. Next day, enter that trade, do it again. Then after the week or after the month, you come back to that your journal and read them to see what you have been doing wrong that might have been the issue with you since, to know if you will see things you did wrong multiple times that made you lose a trade.
Okay. Okay. So my last but not the least question is your MT5 account. That is your SNES now. And you are not been using it. Huh? Is there anyhow you can set down? Is it possible for that money to be yielding any interest without you making use of it? Without you placing it as if that is the one that you use in trading? Okay, since you do not place it as the one you use in trading, is there any means for it yielding any fruit? Secondly, sorry, if after trading you still place your normal account to be on top, then your demo under it, will it be yielding any fruit?
I honestly don't understand your question.
Okay, let me repeat my question again. My question is, I'm still making use of demo accounts.
Okay.
Why my SNET has still credited money there,
Okay.
but that money has been the way it was since. We are having. You are the second. You are the second mentor we are having in this forest, as far as ESOM is concerned, right? So, when we are having our second mentor by on money, I credited my account, but I was not making use of it. I was still using demo to trade. So I'm not like asking if the using demo to trade, the account is just like that. The money that is there is there. It's not using anything. So I'm not like asking if after trading with demo, like I'm doing practice, after the practice, if I should still place my credited account on top, then demo under it. Will it be yielding anything?
So like,
Understand?
okay, so like the idea, I'll get back to you. So like you are saying that you have been using a demo account, and of course it does not yield anything, it's just a stagnant money. And now you're asking that if you upon your life account and then place it under your demo account, whether it will be any But I like to point out to you that whether you place it on top or on under, it does not matter. It is still demo and it's still life, right? I know what you are trying to say. You're trying to say on your MT5 or MT4. Then when you go to your available account, you see this one demo, this one is your life. You're asking if this one is on top, and this one is under. And I'm telling you that it does not matter. Whether it's on top or under, does not matter. It's still a demo account and it's still a life account. So if you go to your life account and trade on your life account, you are trading only on your life account. If you trade on your demo, you're doing only on your demo account. So it does not matter whether it's
Okay.
account, it does not matter.
Okay. Okay. That's all my questions for now.
All right, got you. Thank you. So I'll call on. Sorry, I'll be calling Victoria soon. But for now, let me go to Daddy. Daddy, please ask a question. I saw your hand was up.
Okay, my question is, you talked about not learning on YouTube because you don't really like understand, and there's some false information there, and you kind of need a mentor and whatever. So I'm asking, my question goes like this: this mentorship, does it need any requirements or anything for someone to be your mentor? Yeah,
Okay, so
you know,
first of
like if
all,
you want to learn whether Forex or crypto. So
okay. First of all, let
that
me
is my
yeah,
question.
okay. First of all, let me break down the reason why I said don't go to YouTube, so you don't get the wrong idea of the reason why I said it. I'm not saying YouTube is wrong. I'm saying to you that if you come to YouTube now, you have me trading, you have this guy trading, you have this guy trading. Now, three of us, we see the market, we have different way of trading, we have different views of trading. Like me, I like to see trading as a fight where team A is fighting team B. Someone else might see it another way, a completely different way, right? So when you go to YouTube and you go and watch videos from all these people, now you have so many information in your head that you will now get to start to lose track of the ones that actually matter. Just like when you want to learn how to drive, you gotta learn all the traffic sign rules, all of them from A to Z, from beginning to end. I'm telling you that the truth is that if you learn all of them, you start to lose sight of the one that actually matter. And that's why we're learning it. Probably someone that is maybe your friend or your mom or your dad or your family will tell you that, hey, focus on these ones. This one is the ones that matter the most. Other ones, you don't really see it much. So this one is what I'm telling you. So focus on this one first. Then you can now extend. That's what I'm saying also in YouTube. If you go there, you are getting so many info that now you don't know which one is correct again and which one is wrong. That's why I'm saying that it is not a very good place to start learning, because when you go there, you're getting so many information that you don't know which one is now correct or which one is wrong. Which one is not like it's wrong, but the one that you actually need and the one that you don't need, right? Also, when you hear from this person, you start to hear contradicting information. That's why sometimes your parents will advise you, another parents will advise you, they advise you on different things. Sometimes they will say similar things, but some people will say different things. So it's better for you to have a focus on somewhere. That's why I say if you want to pay a mentor, good. Now you can focus on that mentor. But if you want to learn on your own, focus on yourself. Then in terms of mentoring, if it has any requirements, in terms of picking a mentor, you have to first of all know how they trade, whether it's a way that you would like to learn how they trade, if you think it makes sense to you, right? That's the first step. Now, I want to tell you that a mentor is not just someone that teaches you how to trade. A tutor teaches you how to trade, right? A tutor is someone that just comes, tells you in class, you come to, he gives you a course, showing you how he trades, showing you telling you to do it the same way he's doing it. That is called a tutor. But a mentor is not someone that is going to show you how he trades. That's what people get wrong. That's why when people are trying to pay for those mentorships, they go and pay the ones that they think that they are the richest. But the funny thing is that the person that changed my trading life in terms of trading, the person that changed it all for me, is someone that I didn't even expect to be the person to do that for me, right? So it's not about this person is so rich, drives a Lamborghini and everything that he can teach you how to trade. No, that's not what it's about. It's all about someone that can actually make someone that you can relate with, someone that you can relate with, that you can follow and talk, and he gets what you mean, and the way he trades also relates with you as well. It makes sense for you, right? So Mentor is not someone that just teaches you how he trades. It is someone that guides you on finding a way for you to trade for yourself, whether it is by trading a system or by finding your own system. A mentor guides you through that path and guides you on the do and the holes and the loops and holes in trading that you can avoid. That's what a mentor does for you, right? It's not just if you go and get a tutor, they will teach you how they trade, how they do their own thing for you to go and be that way too. That's what they call a tutor. But a mentor guides you to finding your own path. He does not show you the path to follow. He just guides you to getting the true path. That's why also when you come to um businesses, they will tell that this person is going there to do and do. They always call it boy. Going there to go and do boy. He goes there to serve the master, do the master's part. Master will teach him the job, everything. But then after he's done, he now goes and finds his own business. While he was there learning to his master, he will make some mistakes. Master will tell him, no, it's not like this that you used to do it. If you do this, you'll not get it right. Do it this way. Master is kind of mentoring him on becoming good to now be able to stand on his own. So a mentor guides you through your path. So based on requirements, you need to find that, therefore know if this person that is trading, if the way they trade is what you kind of understand, or if the way they teach makes sense for you, right? Because sometimes we don't understand what someone teaches us in trading simply because they are not good at teaching. When they teach, you don't understand what they are saying. And you realize that that same person, when he teaches someone else might understand what they're saying, but you will not. Because this person doesn't just work for you, doesn't just teach the way you understand. So all these things are just requirements that you need to consider before you get a mentor. And then when you now find a mentor that you like him to teach you, then you now need to find out what they charge to learn how to teach from them, and then you have to know how to pay them for them to teach you. But I'm telling you that what you need to find out is if they resonate with you, if the way they teach makes sense for you, if the way they trade makes sense for if it's something you would like to trade that way too, if it makes sense for you, and then if they actually have time for you as well. That's it.
Mhm.
I'm done.
As well.
Okay, thank you. But I don't know. I feel if you find or you know someone that does trading, I don't know how you're going to approach them to show you how to trade without you actually paying them. I don't know if you get me. Like you need to like pay someone to like be your mentor and teach you. So I don't know how you want to ask that person. Let me see how you trade. If it's something I like, if it's something I can do, and then I'll pay you. I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from. Just like you said, now you need to know how they trade. If it's something you align with or whatever, then you can now like discuss with them and pay them for them to be your mentor and guide you throughout your process in trading, right?
So that one is I don't know how to come and teach you that one. No. Just like when you want to buy something from the market, you're testing if this thing is good or not, right? And then in terms of that part, what I would say is that let's say you know a friend that is your friend. He's your friend. You can tell him, just tell me basics. Let me understand the way you trade. You don't tell that you will pay them. Just tell them to show you basics that you like to learn about this thing, even if it's just basics to understand it a little bit. Let them to kind of show you so that you understand it a little bit. You can say that to them. Or if it's like a stranger that you don't know, you can see how they trade by maybe watching their trades, seeing how they enter a trade, seeing their like where they play their stop loss or their TP, like just watching their trades to see if it will make sense for you, or seeing I don't know how else to put it though, but like I'm just saying you kind of need to see them teach. You kind of need to see them. I'm sure if you search deep enough, you probably will see it. Or they probably hold some kind of live stuff sometimes that you can go and watch and see, or see them teach, or ask them to teach you, whatever the case may be. But you have to find a way to find out how they actually trade. That's one thing you have to find by yourself. How they actually trade. Kind of watch to see how they trade, to see if it makes sense for you, or if the way they teach makes sense for you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Got you. Now, one thing I would also like you guys to know this, want everyone here to know this. Just like when they say, whether you have a role model, somebody will say, my role model is this person, my role model is this person. Me, I will say, I don't really have a role model, right? Because everybody that you meet in life, you can see someone that you hate this person's attitude, but you like their confidence. Now they are your role model
Yes.
when it comes to confidence. You might see another person now, you love the way they act, but you hate their arrogance. They are nice, but they are arrogant. Now they become your role model. You like to be as nice as they are, but you don't want to have their arrogance. You may see someone that is social, but he's too corny. Now they're now your role model when it comes to being social. You like the way they are social, and you want to learn how they are social like that. So you can learn bits of things from different people, right? So that's what I wanted to point out. Based on also in trading, you can learn bits of things from different traders, but there's a fine line there. That's why I said don't really go to use as a beginner. You can get to learn that one later on as you are now learning on your own. When you're not learning on your own, you can now start going to YouTube, kind of get more information. That's now when you start to learn bits of things from different people. But when you are only a fresh person, newbie trying to learn how to trade, going to YouTube direct is not really the best option because it kind of fucks you up. But it's somewhere that is very good to go and add to your already existing knowledge. So when you already have an idea of what you are doing, you now want to maybe like sometimes go to YouTube to get to learn bits of things from different people, kind of bits of things about the way they trade. Maybe the way they do this is good and it kind of works with the way you already trading. So you can now kind of learn that thing from their videos and add it to the way you do your own as well. So that's what I want to point out. Makes sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll call on Victoria to please ask her question. Victoria, please.
Okay,
Okay.
so I'm not sure I have a question per se, but what I just want to say or add to this entire thing is that I've been hearing about Forex for quite a while, like a very long time. And if I'm not so sure of something, I don't like to, jump on it. I don't like to take a leap on it. And I've tried to get people to tell me about Forex, so I get to, get to understand what really it is and how it works. And so far so good. I just want to commend your teaching style and um all that you've taught us so far, because to be honest, I have like I have a background knowledge now on Forex. I was not in all of the classes, but the few class I attended, last the one of yesterday, and yeah, the few class I attended, it was very, very, illuminating. Like I learned a whole lot. So I just want to commend your style. And for those persons talking about a mentor, honestly, I don't know, but if this guy has a mentorship program, I'm signing in. Like, I hope it's going to be affordable, sha. But then I feel like it's a good teacher, and I've really like I know like I'm ready. I want to see how far I can go in Forex, because he did a good job breaking things down. Me, I don't know I in Forex, but now at least I can say that I know a bit now, and I can, just do my best to see how far I can go in it. So thank you very much for this session. Thank you very much for taking out your time to give us this free class. Thank you very much.
You're
Yes.
welcome. So I think that the
And
way what
okay, let me
okay.
ask something. So like if I should start, because I'm going to go back to the videos, especially the classes I missed. I'm going to go back to the videos. If I have questions, if questions pop, can I come and ask you?
So what I would advise is
Can
that
I ask? Yeah.
if you are in the class, of course, you have my number. I text, come on now, guys. I text on the group, right? So you can get my number there, text me, I'll save your number. And if you have a question, you can ask me. But also, let's say you are watching one of my YouTube videos and you got an issue. I would advise you drop a comment. I'd advise you
On YouTube then.
on YouTube there because when you drop the comments, I would see it and I can refer you to a video where it's at. Now, if that video is not yet posted or if I have not posted a video answering that question, I can make a video answering that question on
Yeah.
YouTube as well. And also, it's kind of plays so that everybody can also learn from that question you're asking me. That's why I always advise to ask in a public setup so that people can also learn from it. But it's just a simple
Okay.
I want to ask, just a simple issue that you want to ask on. Of course, you can send me a DM and I'll give you a response. Another thing I would like to say is that I
Oh,
think one of the reasons why you guys happen to understand my class a bit more was because I said instead of me writing down English and writing down first in English, that basically everyone can speak English, so everyone can just say it and
yes.
they're good. I decided to explain it more using simple terms, using things that we all relate with, because people understand better that way when they tell them things that they see every day. It makes more sense. And that's why I think explaining things with things that we see every day or things that we relate with makes it a bit more easier for us to learn. So also pro tip, when you try to learn something and you can't seem to grasp that thing, try to break that thing into something you can understand. Example, when I was telling you guys about support and resistance, I told you if you don't want to call it that thing, call it your roof and your floor, because that way it makes more sense
So
and you can be able to simply do it and just you see it in real world and be able to now apply it in your trading. So that's why I think so. Also, thank you so much for your good comments. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Love you.
welcome.
So, who is the next person? Who will I call? Who haven't I called here? If you still have a question, please, come on, ask the question because I think I've already called everyone that is here, and there's nobody else new. Let me check the chat. Let me see if I will see any question on the chat. More on the affordability. True. All right, thank you, sir. All right. So no question here. So does anyone here has any other question that they would like me to answer? I would love to give you guys an answer before I go. Okay, so no question. Now I would say today is the final day, but I'm not.
I have a question.
All right, go on.
When Mr. Omoni was teaching us, I wasn't that able to join him due to the thing I told you that my phone was having issues and
Okay,
downloading Telegram, which I've done today. So I wasn't able to join the classes. But
okay,
before the classes commenced, then I wasn't able to join them. He was saying something about investing on the long run. I said, can I borrow like 150K or 100,000 to start the trade? He said, no, I shouldn't borrow any money. That any money that I'm investing into anything else, like trades, I should just take it as a risk. It's under probability, it may come back or may not come back. So my point is this, that every money you are putting into this trade shouldn't be the money that you are expecting to return back.
yes, because
That's my question now.
my answer to you is yes. It shouldn't be the money you are expected to come back. It should be that just like when you would go out with your friend or with your girlfriend and you pay for swimming, pay for food for you and her, probably buy drinks. Of course, you're not the person that wanted to come back to you. You know it's gone. You're eating it and it's gone. You're happy, right? The only thing that is in this time, you are trading it. You see, when it's gone, you won't be happy. But what I would say is that this is going to be a very bitter truth. But when you are struggling with finance, when you are struggling with funds, it becomes more difficult to trade. The reason is because you start to depend on that trading. You start to depend on every single trade to go well. And that's a problem, right? You start to depend on every single trade to go well, and that becomes a problem because now you don't know how anywhere that money is coming from. And whenever, like, that's just basically what it becomes. You put so much pressure on trading. So I have a mentee, his name is Prosper. He was trading for some time, for 4 years now, right? And then he met me this year. Same way. I gave out free 40 minutes mentorship call. That call I gave out, that was the first time I gave it out, and that was the only time I've only done that on my IG account. When I did that, people that won it were four, and all four of them are also been around, right? So this guy Prosper won it. Then he got on the call, got on call with me. I was talking with him, and for that 40 minutes, he was learning something he has never learned in 4 years of him trading. He was just there shouting, "Oh my God, oh my fucking Lord, Jesus Christ, damn, damn, damn." After everything, he said, "Bro, I'm taking a break from trading for 2 months. After these 2 months, I want to come back and come and join you. I want you to teach me everything you know. I feel like you are someone I want to roll with. I don't want to do any other thing again." And after that, he left. He didn't trade again for 2 months. Do you know what the guy did? The guy, because he was telling me that he was struggling, he feels mentally drained. He feels like he's losing his brain in this trading. He stopped trading, went and got a job that he's doing, started doing some kind of work. And then after 2 months, he came back and paid for my mentorship, right? When he now started class, he realized that the way he's seeing the market now is completely different. And he was asking, why is this? How come it's so different now? Like, how come I see things more clearly? Everything makes more sense for me now. It happened that everything started to make sense for him because he just went out, got a job, had something he was doing, and then he's now in trading again, still doing that job, and then he's now in trading, not really depending on trading to do anything for him. That way, he took off the pressure in trading, and this way, everything becomes a bit more clear. So when you depend on trading so much for funds, it becomes difficult because there's so many pressure. You are putting so much pressure on that trading. You want it to be as stress-free as possible. So you don't only have to risk the money you can afford to lose. You also have to have something that you are doing that will be paying you, giving you money that you sustain yourself while you are learning how to trade. That's also my best advice too. So because sometimes in trading, you learn things in trading, not by trading, but by going outside of trading to learn that thing. Example, I also dropped this tip on my IG saying that when you are seeing yourself struggling with greed, or someone that said about greed in this class, hear this. He said, if you are struggling with greed, every time you say you're taking trades that you can't afford to trade, you take trades and you risk so much money. Sometimes that the best way to handle that thing is by what? Appreciation. By appreciating where you are. And how do you appreciate where you are? When you go to your journal, or when you started trading, you see when you started trading this year. Hey, see where I started trading this year. Oh. See what I was doing then. See, I was even poor then, but now I'm better. So now you appreciate where you are. And when you appreciate where you are, you see yourself being a bit more patient with things. Just like life, when you are trying to do a business and it's not yet going well, when you look back at where you started in that business, you'll be like, bro, I've come a long way. I can't stop now. I've come a long way. I've been here before. It wasn't really going well, but look at where I am now. Yes, I'm not where I want to be yet, but looking at where I started before, I've come a long way. And that kind of gives you a bit of appreciation for how far you've come, and that kind of keeps you going. And that also makes you more patient to wait for your time to come for you to grow, blow up, and become as big as you want to be. That's the same thing with trading. Sometimes the issue you're having in trading, you don't deal with it in that trading. Sometimes you have to just go out to your personal life, deal with something related to that thing, and when you come back, you see that thing is now solved in your trading because you simply went back into your life to deal with that thing and then come back. Example is by that appreciation. Another example is by you are over trading too much, you are risking too much. How about if you go to your personal life, you realize that you probably have that thing that you are so addicted to. You can't stop it. Even though you don't have money to buy it, you still go and buy it. Even though you don't really need it and you don't have money to buy it, you still go and buy it. If you can be able to control yourself from that thing and stop yourself from buying that thing and kind of control yourself, that thing builds a discipline in you. It builds up discipline in you. And then when you come to the chart, you see yourself a bit more patient. You see yourself a bit more patient to wait for a trade because now you have built up a discipline just by stepping out of trading and building it outside of trading. When you're now in the chart to come and trade, that greed to risk more than you can afford to trade, enter in the trade, that greed that you see yourself experiencing, you see it reducing because you have built discipline outside of trading. So sometimes the best way to do it, some things in trading, is by stepping out of trading for a while to build it outside and then coming back. That's why it's a psychological game most of the times.
Is well.
All right. So I don't know if I'm leaving any extra thing that I would like to say behind. I'm only a human being. I don't have any paper that I wrote down here that I have everything written down. I don't have any PowerPoint that I've presented for myself. I just said I'm going to
Thank
come.
you so much for the plan, bro.
I got you.
We have really tried.
I'll come in here
We have really tried.
honest with you guys and just tell you guys what I know so far. If you ask me any question, I'll give it to you straight up. So I hope I've been able to be of service to some of you guys. It's been a very it's been a busy three days, but I've also been able to put this on the schedule and be here for you guys. And I hope you guys have been able to learn things and get to go back to the classes and also learn more things. So it was great having you guys. Loved every bit of the classes. It wasn't. I don't have stubborn students in the class. Everybody was just being respectful, followed on the class, and just we are very very consistent. So I love that about you guys. So I love having you guys in class today. Of course, sometime maybe we get to do another class. Maybe every once in a while. Maybe every once in 2 weeks we do class. We discuss, right? But it won't be every day again. That I can't do that. But it can be every once in a while. We can do that every once in a while, right? So whatever the case may be, I wish you guys success in your journey. If you have any question, you can ask me in my DM, whatever. You have my number, so you can basically DM me and send me a message. So in terms of
I
mental,
have a question here.
all right, go on.
My question goes like this. This once in 2 weeks is very far. I'm just like being as and like asking, pleading, not like it's been a question to ask you because what you say you will do is what you still do. But I'm just like pleading. This once in every 2 weeks is very far. Please,
Well,
if you can still bring it again,
I can't promise any day.
if possible.
Even that once in 2 weeks, I can't promise it. I'm just saying, anytime I'm available, I can like, kind of put up a class and say, hey, you can have a class tomorrow. I'm free tomorrow. Let's have a Zoom call. Right? So there's no promise anywhere. And also, that doesn't mean that the group is now over. Someone can still ask question. If I come in, I can answer the question. Someone can still come to my DM and ask me a question, and I can answer their question in my DM. Or they can drop comments on the YouTube, and I answer their question, or by making another video answering their question. So it's all me trying to give you guys what you guys need and not what I think you need. So it's just me. Every time I will just come in, talk a little bit, and just see how everything goes. So I can't promise anything yet, but I will see what I can do.
Okay. But
All
I
right.
really tried.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
All right, guys. I'm tired, and it's 9 o'clock now. It's been a 2 hour class, so that's 2 hours now. So I hope you guys have a great night and see you guys soonest. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.